Hi, it's Titi here from My Sacred Blood. Welcome or welcome back to the only channel on YouTube that focuses exclusively on truly holistic menstrual care. Have you seen the website yet? If you haven't, do go check it out. Digital coaching sessions are available for download, and new digital coaching sessions are always posted on the first Monday of every month. If you're already there, consider joining the mailing list by filling out the little form below. And when you do, you will receive a link for your first free digital coaching session. So you'll want to do that. And then once you've done that, share this video with at least one person who you feel will benefit from this content. So I have 5 menstrual care products that I strongly believe that you should stop buying, but I'm not just going to tell you, stop buying it. I am going to offer some alternatives. So before I begin, of course, my body, my choice is a very important and crucial mantra here at My Sacred Blood. So I am not telling you what to do with your body. This is just something I'm putting down for if you want to pick it up. So let's start with product number 1, cheap Insertables, including cheap tampons and cheap menstrual cups. Now, menstrual cups are generally supposed to be made of medical grade silicone, and a lot of the cheaper products, especially the ones you can find online, especially on Amazon, things like Wish, etc., they advertise as medical grade silicone, and yet they range anywhere from $7 to $20. They're very, very cheap, and it's hard for me to believe that true medical grade silicone is being sold for that cheap. So the easy way to figure out if your product is really truly medical grade silicone is if you stretch it, it shouldn't turn white, and that means that it has fillers in it, filler plastics. And so a lot of these products, even though they are advertised as medical grade silicone, when they do arrive, you'll find that they are made of cheaper filler materials, usually toxic plastics. Menstrual cups are actually an investment. If you buy 1 menstrual cup, you are spending so much less than you would if you buy tampons every month. A menstrual cup is about $50 for a good quality menstrual cup, probably even less than that. And tampons can add up to hundreds of dollars in the year, tampons and liners. So it's a really good investment. And if you don't want to just spend the money right away, I would suggest just tucking away $10 a month so that within a few months you can invest in that menstrual cup. It really is worth it. As for the tampons, usually you'll find these in the dollar store. They're very cheap. They're about anywhere from $2 to $4 or $5, maybe cheaper than that where you are. But they are from the dollar store, and more than likely they are made from toxic materials, that pulp fiber. Organic brand tampons are actually not that expensive. You can find them online for about $5, $7 or so for the same cost of the regular commercial brand, conventional brand tampons. And so I believe that would also be worth the investment. The next product that you should stop buying are menstrual cup washes. Now, these are often marketed as a 2-in-1 product, as a vaginal cleanser and as a menstrual cup wash. And what that tells me is that you can pretty much just use your vaginal cleanser to clean your menstrual cup. If you can do both with the one product, you might as well do it with what you already have. So in that case, I would simply just suggest use whatever you use to wash your vagina. Go ahead and use that to rinse out your menstrual cup. It'll save you the dollars. The next product, again, has to do with menstrual cups, and this is the Menstrual Cup Sanitizer. Now, these are not that expensive. They're anywhere from maybe $20 to about $40, $50. And it's a sterilizer for your menstrual cup. You just put your cup inside and it uses a steam to sterilize the cup. Now, the reason why I would not suggest these is because they are made for medical grade silicone. And as I mentioned before, a lot of the menstrual cups that are on the market today, even though they are said to be medical grade silicone, they're often not. And so when you put it into one of these machines, it has a tendency to warp that material, to warp the plastic. And so I wouldn't recommend it. Also, just to save yourself some money, I would suggest simply boiling your cup for a minute. and you don't have to bring your menstrual cup to a complete boil. Technically, medical grade silicone is not supposed to warp. But if you bring water to a boil and you submerge your cup into the water for a minute, it takes about a minute to sterilize water. So the same goes for a menstrual cup. You bring your water to a rolling boil and then you put your cup in there, and after a minute you pull it out. I've done this with my Diva cup, and if you let it cool to a comfortable temperature, you can actually insert it while warm, and it'll help with some of the discomfort associated with menstruation. Which brings me to product number 4, and that is menstrual pain relieving devices, menstrual pain relief machines, or menstrual pain relief devices. I'm not sure exactly what they are marketed as. They have different names, but these tend to be vibrating massagers, heating pads, vibrating heating pads, etc. And these are supposed to help with the discomforts associated with menstruation. However, these things have been marketed for decades. They have been selling these things. They come in different shapes and form, and they remind me of the vibrating machines that you used to see sold back in the 20s and 30s. These are, I feel, more of a gimmick than it is a help for menstruation. Now, the idea is vibration does help with menstrual pain, menstrual discomfort. And so if you have something else perhaps around the house that I can't mention in this video on YouTube because it tends to be a little bit more taboo than it needs to be, you can use that vibrating machine to help you out there. So if you have one of those, you know, make it a 2-in-1 or 2-in-1 use type product. As an alternative, I've heard, even though I don't have a microwave, so I'm not sure how well this works, but I've heard that you can put rice or flax seeds or beans into an old sock and microwave it and use that as a warming pad. You can also, and I have done this, just add hot water to an actual plastic water bottle and use that to roll against your stomach and your back, etc. And once it starts to cool down, you just pour out the water and add more hot water. So that's a simple, actual, literal hot water bottle if you don't have a hot water bottle. But I would just go with a simple hot water bottle. If you have one of those heating duvets, maybe you can use that. But there are alternatives to these machines because, like I said, these machines come out every decade. Every decade it's a new one, and every decade women still have the same problem. So I'm not sure how much these things actually work. That brings me to the final product that you should stop buying, even though it's not on the market yet, but I'm going to give you a heads up for when it comes out on the market. Don't buy this, stop buying it, and that is the period chocolate-based drink that is being developed by Heinz Kraft. I'm not exactly sure what that would look like, but Heinz, you know, makes ketchup, Kraft makes the Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner, and this concoction seems like a disaster waiting to happen, kind of like the ketchup mayo and other strange combinations that Kraft and Heinz have tried to come out with. This apparently is a cocoa-based drink that is marketed, as they say, to aid menstrual health. I'm not sure how it's supposed to do that, but some of the ingredients that it does include have been proven home remedies, or many women have sworn by it that they use these warming spices to ease menstrual pain. But there are tons of home remedies that you can use to help ease menstrual cramp and ease menstrual discomfort, and that includes eating dark chocolate that contains at least 70% cacao, ginger or ginger tea, ginger infused drinks. I personally use things like molasses, hemp seed oil, and also coconut oil might be something that you can have. If you add these oils into your diet on a regular basis, then your menstrual cramps will tend to be reduced over time anyway. So it's something that you should be doing regularly, adding natural fats and oils, healthy fats and oils into your diet, into your nutrition plan, I should say. to help reduce some of that pain even before you get to menstruation. So that is it. That completes my list of menstrual care products that you should stop buying. I hope it helps or gives you something to think about. Remember, I am here every moon day at noon, and that is Eastern time. Until the next one, take care of yourself.